It is Sunday, January 2nd in the NBA, and I'm back with my 2 best picks of the day, plus 2 extra leans at the end of the video. Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot. Now let's recap yesterday, and we're going to start with the question, because what's better than bringing out the brooms in 2 straight nights? I think it's a pretty easy answer. Bringing out the brooms in 3 straight, because boom, you see it. Another sweep of the slate. I mean, I don't know what more to do for you guys. We've swept 3 straight nights. We're 11-0 over the last 3 days. Bradley Beal's over in PRAs. No sweat bet. James Harden over in PRAs. Hits in the 3rd quarter. Vucevic over in rebounds. Well, he barely gets the 12th one as at the end of the game. Rest in peace to all the 12.5 bettors out there. Now, we added Luka Garza over in points. He cashed that pretty easily. Another 4-0 sweep. If you looked at over the past week, 18-4. We've been on an unreal run. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you're the real one missing out. Now, we appreciate all the people that are subscribing. We just passed 18,000 subscribers. We appreciate all you guys, and we can't do it without you guys. So if you want to click that subscribe button down below, only takes a second. I owe you guys some subscriber parlays, and I promise they will come. Now, I don't normally ask for tips because it's your guys' money, but if you want to, all the info is down below in the description. It's all of our PayPal, Venmo, CashApp. All those should be at Calling Our Shot. And if you do tip, I'm just going to put it towards our subscriber parlays. Maybe give them a better shot of hitting. So any money you tip will actually just be reinvested back into the channel. So I appreciate you guys in advance. Now I need to make one last note. I got to reiterate, you guys need to keep doing your research. Just because we're on a hot streak, this is gambling. You can easily go on a cold streak. It happens. I guarantee you it will happen that we will go on a cold run eventually. So continue to do that research, continue to dial in, and let's keep beating these bookies because that's exactly what we're here to do. Now, don't be putting your next paycheck on the next best bet of the day, although it is on an 18-4 run, one of the last couple in a row as well. But without further ado, let's hop into the best bet. Oh, I have one last note. Our parlays and player props video for week 17 in the NFL is live. We're 24-8 over the past 8 weeks in that video, so go check out that. Now let's get into the best bet day. Drum roll, please. Let's see if we can bring out the brooms again. It's a guy from the Indiana Pacers. We're taking his under, so surely it's got to be Miles Turner. Wrong. We're going with Domantas Sabonis under 20.5 points, minus 125 on DraftKings. Now, I get it's a bit sketchy to bet an under, especially for a guy that I consider to be pretty talented, but I'm going to bet with the data and not with my emotions. Now we look at it. He just set this over 24 points last game? Yeah, congrats. It was against the Bulls, who have no interior defense, in my opinion. They got Vucevic out there, and he doesn't block shots. Now, we look at it today, taking on the Cavaliers. What do they have? Interior defense. That's the strength of this team with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, the 7-footer lineup. Now, look, he's probably going to get matched up against Evan Mobley, and although he is a rookie, still consider him to be a pretty elite defender. He's been locking down guys all season long. Should be able to do the same to Domantas Sabonis. Now, we have picked Karis LeVert's overs in the past, and sure, we won't do that today, but I'm fine. I think he has another decent game, but that's because Malcolm Brogdon and Chris Duarte aren't there, and among other guys. So, sure, there aren't a lot of offensive weapons for the Pacers. That really hasn't surprisingly boosted Sabonis' numbers. You look at over the past 6 games this season that Brogdon has missed, Sabonis has gone under the line in 5 of them. And the only game he went over was the last game. The previous games he scored 15, 14, 12, 17, and 15 points. He seems to be more of a facilitator, get his teammates open shots. And you look at his times against the Cavaliers, well, he's played them 16 times in his career, only gone over twice, and that includes a bunch of games that he shot 12-plus times, even though some of those were earlier on in his career, which granted he was drafted in 2017, so not necessarily that soon, but still, he shot 12-plus times in 9 games against his Cavs team. Granted, it is a different roster. I'd argue it's much better than the roster that he's been playing against in the Cavaliers. Over the last 15 games, Cavaliers given up the 8th fewest points per game to opposing power forwards and the 4th fewest to opposing centers, so they're really not giving up a ton of points in the paint, is what I'm trying to say. All in all, sharper books have this under at minus 151. I like the value of minus 125. I'll ride with it. Sabonis under 20.5 points, my best bet of the day. And let's move on to another one, which could be, honestly, it was my best bet of the day before I found Sabonis. Devin Booker over 26.5 points, minus 110 on DraftKings. Now, I know a lot of people love him. A lot of people hate him. Mostly hate, because I don't, for whatever reason, but the Suns, let's be honest, call spade a spade. They don't got a lot of bodies out there, very similar to a lot of teams, and someone's going to have to score the ball, and Devin Booker's their best option. Now we look at it, they'll be without DeAndre Ayton, Jay Crowder, JaVale McGee, and then 3 or 4 other guys off the bench. So not really a lot of guys that can shoot the ball. Now, hence why they are pretty thin. Now, in the past 3 games, it's Devin Booker. He scored 30 points, 38 points, and 22 points. Now, I think he's primed for a bounce back. That 22 points was against the Celtics. He shot 7 for 26 from the field. Now, personally, if you give me 26 shots out of Booker tonight, I would love if he went under. I don't think there's, I mean, I would bet he goes over that line in 95, 99% of the games because he's one of the most talented shooters in the NBA, and he's shooting 26 times. Now, I don't know if we'll get 26 times tonight, but it's a great matchup as he's bouncing back against this Hornets team. Now, you look at Devin Booker this season, never had back-to-back games shooting below 40% from the field. Last game he shot below 30%. So I think he bounces back even above 40, maybe 50% shooting from the field this week. And now you look at the matchup against the Hornets. The spread's only 2.5, so I think we get a pretty close game that we've been seeing over the course of the NBA the past couple weeks. And the over-under, it's the Hornets, so 231 points. So Vegas expecting a high-scoring game. In his last 3 games versus the Hornets, he scored 33 points. 35 points, and then only 16 points. The 16 points came earlier this month. It was a 32-point blowout victory over this Hornets team, and I believe that was at home. I believe they were on the road today, and that was a game that every single starter on the Suns roster had over 14 points, plus several people on the bench. Don't expect that kind of balanced of a workload today. Should be a lot of Devin Booker today, and that's where we ride with him. He did only shoot 6 for 15 in that game, so he bounces back today, and I think he has a big game today against this Charlotte Hornets roster. So I'll be riding with Devin Booker over 26.5 points. Now, those are my 2 official picks. I had a third one, but we don't have a line for it, and since some people apparently don't understand what the concept of a lean is, these next 2 picks I'm telling you, I'm not necessarily adding them officially, but if I do, they'll be linked down below in the comment section. I'm not counting them towards my records, and someone said I had a loss the other day, which actually ended up being Sabonis is under in points. You're welcome for that. Sabonis is over in points, but it was a lean. These are leans. I don't necessarily add them to the card unless I have 1, tweet them out, or at you guys in the Discord, or 3, I put them down below in the pinned comment saying added play. Either way, we're getting into this first one. Anthony Edwards over in points. Now you see I don't have a line for it. If the line's 24.5, I'll probably take the over because I think he should be able to hit that. He's at 28 and 29 points in his last 2 games against the Lakers, and they'll be without D'Angelo Russell, Karl Anthony Towns. Last game, we saw him score 26 points on 9 of 21 shooting. He only played 32 minutes. He fouled out in that game. Younger players always seem to want to show up and play well against LeBron. So I think Ant-Man will do that. Now, the Lakers defense did look a little bit pesky against the Blazers. Not worried about that. That's the Blazers. They're terrible. I think Ant-Man can get hot. Now, the other one I considered, another interesting one, Jared Allen, under 29.5 PRAs, another lean, a little bit sketchy, but Cavaliers taking on the Indiana Pacers like we talked about. Jared Allen, fresh off health and safety protocols, still did go under last game. I believe he had 29 PRAs on the dot. And he still played 37 minutes, and this is a pretty good defense we think about. The Pacers don't have the best defense in the league, but they've been very pesky at stopping opposing centers. Jared Allen is a center, and obviously you look at it, Miles Turner, he's always in there blocking shots, and Miles Turner on offense, he's just sitting out on the 3-point line, so not a lot of rebounds for Mr. Jared Allen to get in either way. So we'll consider it, but I don't necessarily think I'll add. I'll probably only go up to 3 plays, so we'll see. I'll let you guys know in the pinned comment section down below, but as of right now, for the sweep purposes, our 2 plays, Devin Booker over 26.5 points, and the best bet, Domantas Sabonis under 20.5 points. If we had a third bet play, I'll let you guys know down below. So that is going to be it. I appreciate you guys for tuning into the video, a shorter one today, but go watch the NFL parlays and player props. We got a lot of content coming forward in the NFL this week, so go check out that video. It's linked on the screen. If you want to send us a tip, all the info is down below in the description. Let's see. Can we bring out the brooms for a 4th straight night? That would be unreal. We appreciate all you guys joining the community. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.